Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Joshua with another custom action figure review. It's been a good month and a half, give or take, since my last video. I've been doing a lot of overtime at work, 60 hours plus. And in between times, I was able to knock out another figure, something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And this is my custom Blue Ranger. Uh, what I did here was all this right here that you see before you. All this is just complete scrap of a bunch of figures that I put together. What I did here first was these little boots. The boots came from the pink Space Ranger that I bought off eBay for like $5 for the pair. It was a pretty good deal. The body was actually a Yellow Ranger. It was Trini the Yellow Ranger. I also bought that for about $6. The head is actually probably one of the most unique parts of this custom figure that I've done. The head is a sculpt that I made myself. I took the original Blue Ranger Lightning helmet, molded it, casted it in resin. After that, I scraped it up a little bit so that way it had some primer to stick to it, primered it, and I airbrushed it blue. And I came back and added the final details and gave it a nice little matte finish, and it came out pretty cool. And then the arms and the little coat that figure is wearing, that's a Marvel Legends set right there. The arms were about $10 for the set. The little leather coat that the figure is wearing was also about $7, give or take. The leather coat was originally brown. And what I was trying to do is I was trying to give this figure like a kind of a post-apocalyptic look. Like maybe a recharged look or something, Like maybe somebody took Billy's Morpher and did a recharge on it, and this is what it looks like. In my own personal opinion, the figure came out pretty cool. I spent a good minute on this figure, mainly the painting. While we're on the subject, I also spent $5 last week on this little Morpher belt. I spent more money than I would like to on this figure, unfortunately. But it was definitely worth it. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Excuse me. Got a clogged up throat right now. Fun stuff. But anyways, yeah, I've been wanting to do something like this for a while. I've always wanted to, see what the Blue Ranger would look like as a girl, and I made it happen. It's pretty cool looking. So, yeah, let's get down to it. Starting off with the feet, what I did was I painted the soles black, and just make it look more, cool looking, cool post-apocalyptic looking. I painted these black as well. I actually took some mold. And I took this idea from the, what's his name? He's the new Green Ranger. Matt Cook, that's his name. Yes, I took this idea from his suit. And used some mold and molded those in, painted those blue. And here I took a heating pin. And I actually drug the pin down this way, put those in there. And made those kind of a light green color, hence it's like a recharged, Ranger Morpher, and it looks pretty cool. The most important thing they did to this figure was the airbrushing. It took me a good 30 minutes just to get the blue right. What I wanted is I wanted more of kind of metallic-y looking suit. As you can see here, it's pretty metallic-y, airbrushed, pretty nice. And I even gave her some like thigh guards right here too, which I molded and painted. Pretty cool. And inside the jacket, I even did all that too. Airbrushed it. So with the legs, front and back with the joints, actually, the very first thing I did was I went in here and sanded the shit out of those joints, so that way, there's no paint rub. And everything's pretty good so far. But, when it comes to paint and joints like this, unfortunately, no matter what you do, that paint's eventually going to, wear off over time unless you just keep these posed. The only paint rub that I have on here, and I think it was from me fucking around with it before I put a finish on it, was right in here. You can see some of the yellow. It doesn't come off or anything right now after I put the clear coat on there, but again, I just didn't want to go back and do another spray coat over it and just have everything look uneven. Then I'll give you a nice little 360 around the figure. Nice little logo in the back. I don't know what that picture is supposed to be of, but I just decided to keep it. And again, I dyed the coat black, which is pretty easy to do. The helmet missing. This is actually the very first helmet that I did for the resin casting, and the reason why I know is because this is the only one that has the gold paint for the eyes. And this one actually came out pretty nice. And again, the way that I do the resin stuff, I don't have one of those pots that can absorb all of the bubbles and get those out of there. I don't have a pressure pot yet. I've got a kid on the way, so right now all my money is going to that kid. 6 months, pretty excited. But yeah, unfortunately, you'll have little defects like this. But it doesn't really bother me because again, this is supposed to be like an apocalyptic ranger, and I had a cool storyline. Like maybe what happened was this was Billy's like secret kid or something. Maybe he knocked up Trini. Actually, no, Jason Trini hook up. They fuck. Maybe he I don't know. Maybe he hooks up with the white alien ranger chick. Because he goes there. I don't have a full storyline, but long story short, he has like a secret daughter during the Lord Draken era, and his morpher is destroyed, and she finds it and basically does a revamp on it. And this is what she looks like. And then she wears her dead mom's coat. Because Draken killed her. Maybe she was a Power Ranger, which would make more sense. Maybe she was also a Blue Ranger from a different, set of Rangers. I don't know. But overall, this figure is pretty cool. And one of the things that really pissed me off about the girl Rangers in general is that they never gave them the double joints. With like the newer ones, they got double joints, but with the older ones, unfortunately, they never got it. And I don't know, that's kind of a major fucking ass in my opinion. But luckily for me, these joints right here are double jointed. And it looks like they're pinless as well, so that's cool. Yeah, I like that. And right now I'm also looking for alternate hands too. These hands don't go with the Marvel Legends. These are the actual hands that go with the Power Rangers Lightning, and I actually had to trim that down a little bit too because they just wouldn't fit, And right here, I also have to throw this hand back into the dye because there's some white there. Not right there though. And again, these hands are just they're temporary. They're not for the actual figure. I mean, they can be, but at this time, they're just there to make the figure look good. And another cool feature about this figure is that, if you want to take the coat off, you can. All you gotta do is kind of pop that right off, and it's good to go. But I'm not going to take the coat off. In my own personal opinion, she looks pretty cool with the coat on. And I don't really have a civilian head for this figure yet, but I definitely want to get one. And you can do some pretty cool poses with this figure as well. And I thought another cool personality about this Blue Ranger is that she's like the opposite of Billy. Like Billy was kind of a pussy. Like he was super smart, but he was kind of a pussy. And with his daughter, she's just a person who gives zero fucks, and she'll go full on retard mode and just fuck somebody up. And she's also kind of Ranger. He'll go off and kill people too if need be. But yeah, I think I did a really good job on this figure, in my own opinion, personal opinion. And again, I spent a little bit more money than I should have on this figure. And when I sell it, more than likely, I'll probably never get the money back, which is fine. I do these figures because I like sending these figures out to the world, you know. Oh, fuck off, slut. But yeah, pretty awesome figure. I like it. It's great. And yeah, this figure is I'm gonna sell it on eBay pretty soon. Originally, I wanted to keep it, but again, my wife's pregnant, and as much as I want to keep this figure, I'm gonna sell it so I can, you know, make some money and put money into savings for this kid. Yeah, it's time for me to start selling some figures. But yeah, that's all that I got for this review. If you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.